Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about profit and loss, discount, overhead expenses, and GST from the chapter Life Mathematics. In the earlier classes, you have learned about the profit and loss. The profit can be found out by a selling price minus cost price, and the loss can be found out by cost price minus selling price. Here the cost price is the amount for which the article is brought. Then selling price is the amount for which the article we are going to sell. That is the selling price. Now we are having some formulas to find out the profit percent, loss percent, and if the profit percent and loss percent are given, how you have to find out the selling price and cost price. The first formula is to find out the profit. Profit or gain. Gain is also the another name of profit. That is can be find out by profit by CP into 100. The loss percent can be found out by loss by CP into 100. If the profit or loss percent are given and they are asked to find out the selling price and cost price, we are having the formulas. If the profit percent is given, to find the selling price, the formula is 100 plus profit percent by 100 into CP. And to find the CP when profit percent is given means CP equal to 100 by 100 plus profit percent into SP. Where SP is the selling price, CP is the cost price. The same is for the loss, but you have to subtract it. To find the selling price when loss percent is given, 100 minus loss percent by 100 into CP. And for CP, 100 by 100 minus loss percent into selling price. The next heading is a discount. Discount is in order to increase the sale or also to clear the old stock. For in festival season, shopkeepers offers a certain percentage of rebates on marked price. That rebate price we called it as discount. In big shops and departmental stores, we see that every product is tagged to a card with a price written on it. That price marked on it, we called it as marked price. Based on the marked price only, the shopkeepers offers a discount of certain percentage. This price payable to the customer after the deduction of the discount. That is called the selling price. That is the selling price of the article after the discount is selling price equal to marked price minus discount. The next one is the overhead expenses. Overhead expenses is nothing but the extra charges where the shopkeepers or traders are involved. That is repairs, transportation and labor charges. These are all included as an overhead expenses. After the cost price of the article is after the included amount of this overhead expenses. That is total cost price equal to cost price plus overhead expenses. Then if the discount percent is given, you have to find the selling price means the formula used for here is selling price equal to marked price into 100 minus discount percent by 100. Using these formulas, we are going to solve the sums from exercise 4.2. First one, if selling an article for rupees 820 causes 10% loss on the selling price, find its cost price. Here the selling price is given as 820 and the last percent of the selling price is given as 10%. Using these two, you have to find out the cost price of this article. For that, we are using the formulas cost price equal to 100 by 100 minus last percent into SP. Since last percent is given, so we are using the last percent formula. Then 100 by 100 minus 10 into the SP is given as 820. After substituting it, we get the approximate answer as 911. Therefore, the cost price is rupees 911. Third sum, if the profit earned on selling an article for rupees 810 is same as the loss of selling it for rupees 530, then find the cost price of the article. An article is earned for the selling of rupees 810, which is same as the when it is sold it for 530, loss of 530, then both are equal. With that, you have to find out the cost price of the article. First one is the profit. The profit is SP minus CP. The SP is given as 810. You have to find out the CP. And in the second one, they had given the loss of SP, that is loss equal to CP minus SP. And for loss, the selling price is given as 530. We are substituting this. We get CP minus 530. Also, one more thing given in the exercise is these both are same. So, we are equating these 1 and 2, that is profit that is equal to loss. 810 minus CP is equal to CP minus 530. When we are moving this to the next side, we get 2CP equal to 810 plus 530. Then after cancelling it by the common factor, we get the answer as 670. Therefore, the cost price of the article is rupees 670. Now see the fourth sum. If the selling price of 10 rulers is same as the cost price of 15 rulers, then find the gain percentage. First, they had given the selling price of 10 rulers and the cost price of 15 rulers. For that, first we assume that the cost price to be X. It is given that SP of 10 rulers is same as CP of 15 rulers. For each ruler, the CP is X, means for 15, the cost price of 15 ruler is 15X. Using this, we are finding the selling price of one ruler, that is 15 by 10 into X. To find the gain percentage, first you have to find the gain. Gain can be found out by SP minus CP. SP of a one ruler is 15 by 10X and CP of a one ruler is X. Then 15 by X by 10 minus X, we get 1 by 2X. This is the gain. Using this gain, you have to find out the gain percent. Gain percent equal to gain by CP into 100. The gain is found it as 1 by 2X. And the CP we taken as X into 100. Substituting this, we get gain percent equal to 50%. The next sum, sixth one. By selling a speaker for rupees 768, a man loses 20%. In order to gain 20%, how much should he sell the speaker? A man is selling the speaker for rupees 768. If he sells a speaker for 768, he gets the loss of 20%. You have to find out how much he has to sell that speaker to get the gain of 20%. For this, first we are going to find out the cost price of the speaker. The selling price is given as 768 and the loss is given as 20%. Then CP equal to 100 by 100 minus loss percent into SP. Substituting this, we get the cost price as 960. We found out the cost price. Now we are going to find out the selling price of 20% gain. For that, the gain is given as 20%. CP is 960. Substituting this in the formulas, selling price equal to 100 plus gain percent by 100 into CP. Substituting it for gain percent and CP, we get the value of selling price as 1152. The one more sum is from that exercise. Ninth one, a branded AC has a marked price of rupees 37,250. There are two options given for the customer and an AC is there. Then marked price is given as 37,250. Here they had given two options. The first one is selling price is rupees 37,250 along with the attractive gift worth rupees 3,000. And the second option they are given to the customer is discount of 8% but no free gifts. You have to find out which option is better. In the first one, there is no changes in the marked price, but they are giving 3,000 worth gifts. But in the second sum, they had given 8% of discount, but they are not given any gifts. For that, first we are going to find out option 1. That is, selling price is same as the marked price, but the attraction gifts of worth 3000. With this, we can clearly see that the net gain for the customer is rupees 3000. Then for second option, the discount percent is given. So you have to find out the discount value on marked price. That is, discount value equal to marked price into 100 minus discount percent by 100. Substituting this, we will get the discount value as 34,270. But the marked price is 37,270. Therefore, the selling price is marked price minus discount. We get 2,980. That is, this is the savings for this customer. But in the option 1, the saving is 3,000. The option 2, the saving is 2,930. Therefore, the best option is option 1. Thank you.